Yo, 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 yo. You are now tuned in to the Notorious Truth podcast. It's your host that does the most, Cam Butler. How y'all doing? Today I got my boy with me, entrepreneur, artist, clothing designer. He does it all, man. Alberto, how you feeling?
Feeling good, man. I'm out here in LA.
That's what's up, man. How you doing, man? You chilling, man?
Man.
So,
home team.
So, for the people that don't know you, give them a brief background about you.
For those who don't know me, Albert Devon, originally from Racine, Wisconsin. Pretty much do art for the most part. Outside of that, like she said, I do clothing. Got a gallery opening in a few weeks, and outside of that, just enjoying life, living life, just trying to excel, hustle and motivate the Nipsey way.
For sure. Talking about your gallery, I know you got a show tonight.
Yeah, I actually got one from 6 to 10 out here on Melrose in Western. So we're going to go over there, rock that out, and, got the full team with me, team in the background right now.
Yeah, for sure. Shout out to them.
Yeah.
This will actually be my first, art show going to, so, what am I to expect?
Expect, the culture, the biggest part. When I do my artwork, it's more so about the culture. Speaking about the things that we've been through the full journey of us being in America, and just continuing to grow. You'll get the pieces, and a lot of people, they'll take what they perceive from it, and then you also have the artist there that day, so you can kind of get where my mind state was at when I was creating the piece.
Okay.
It's just be a raw experience. We have drinks, we got music going. We in there just vibing out. Yeah,
it's a vibe.
We're in there vibing out, and it just shows people different pockets of the world that you can really be in tune with.
Okay.
Outside of just constant clubbing. It gets redundant after a while. When it comes to the art, though, you just have different pockets and different people that you can be around. When we started in this world in general, it started off with music.
Mm-hmm.
It started off with clothing, and it started off with art, hieroglyphs, caveman, the stuff that was in the walls. So just bringing it to the modern age and just keeping it rocking and rolling.
Okay. Yeah, that's dope, man. That's dope. So, what inspired you to become an artist? Because I've been knowing you for a while, I was obviously always younger than you, but seeing you in passing, I never knew that you were into art. I knew that you probably, dibbled and dabbed with the rapping and the clothing, you drop clothing here and there, but the art is dope, and it's it's very similar to Basquiat.
Yeah, that's my biggest influence.
Oh, okay. That's what I was gonna ask. So, what was what is your inspiration behind that, or what inspired you or started you? When did this actually start? Take me all the way back.
All the way back. I feel like art has been in all of us, since a kid. I think even before language, you see kids that draw on walls before they can even talk.
Right.
And it's get that marker out of his hand, he finna draw on the wall.
For sure.
Even then going into school where you so hungry to come home and show your mom a paper plate with cotton balls on it.
Okay.
And, pieces of paper because you made Santa for your mom. And this is before I can even spell my name out.
Right.
So I think, art has always been, my first language. And then when I ended up going to prison, it segued into painting.
Okay.
I had never painted before. Was in there young. I was in my 20s, frustrated, just trying to figure out life in general.
Mm-hmm.
And I used to always go to the art room. I used to just constantly go down there, and they was like, bro, you always go down here, but you don't paint. What are you doing down here?
Right.
And I'm like, I just love art since a kid.
Right.
I'm in here, I'm just trying to get my head out of it.
So it was just being in in the surroundings of it,
Yeah.
So did you ever start drawing in jail? Did that?
Not at first. It took me getting Jay-Z's Decoded book in. My mom had sent me in Jay-Z's Decoded book. By the way, Jay-Z's my favorite music artist.
Okay.
So
shout out to Jay-Z.
Yeah,
for sure.
Shout out Jigga. But I read that book, and then within that book, it had a painting of Basquiat, which was called Charles I.
Okay.
I didn't know of Basquiat at the time. I was only 23. I seen that, and I called my mom, and I was like, I didn't even know his name was Jean. I thought it was Jean, the way it was spelled.
Yeah,
So I'm like,
for sure.
Mom, can you send me in like a Jean Michelle Basquiat book? And she like, okay. So she looked it up. She was like, I'm gonna send you one in. And I read more about him, and just hearing his story,
Right.
The rise and the fall, it just gravitated toward me because he was only 28 at the time, when he passed and shit no deed.
That's crazy. I didn't know that.
Yeah, for myself, I didn't think like his story should have been over that quick.
Right.
It's like watching a movie and then like you heading out on a cliffhanger. Like you would head out the movies like, damn, this how the movie just end like that?
Right, that's the worst.
Yeah, so I didn't feel like his story was over, and learning more about his story, I kind of started creating my own, but just keeping him as the focal. If he's Jordan, I'm Kobe.
I like how you put that. That's dope.
Yeah.
That's real hard. Cause it just like when I look at your paintings, it's just like it's crazy to say, but like I don't know. Like I always get something from it. Like I necessarily don't know like sometimes what the message is, but I have like some type of connection. I'm like, this is dope, and that's how I feel when I look at his. Like I'm like, okay, that's hard. It's different, Like it's more like an abstract. Like so like. I think that's very, very unique because I did a little painting myself like in high school and stuff, but I never did that aspect of it or that dimension of it, So that's chill. That's cool. So like, what do you have going on? Like, what's next? Like, I know you said that you I seen something where you were like, this is like my 5th show of the year. Like, so let's talk about it.
So this year, I've knocked out 5 shows before this one. This is my first solo show of the year.
Okay.
I've done a lot of collabs. It was 5 collabs already this year, and I love collabing. I learned that aspect of everything. I take a lot of reference from music, and I just implement it into art. So Westside Gun is a big artist that I listen to a lot. Griselda all together. But for Westside Gun, he collabs with a lot of people within the industry, and I feel like with doing that, you can connect and kind of broaden your audience.
Okay.
So I've done a lot of collabs this year, but this is my first solo of the year. I knocked out 3 last year. My first ever solo show was just at Bacon Soda last year.
Okay.
I did Fame, which was a art and fashion.
I seen that. That was hard. That was dope.
And then I rocked out Fashion Week.
Huge for the town, for sure. That was dope.
Yeah. And this is now my first show outside of the city in the Valley for Arizona. And I just want to, just come out with a big punch, you know? Because if I can open it up in LA, I can open it up in New York. If I can open it up in New York, I can do Milan. If I can do Milan, we can make it international. Yeah,
for sure. So, like taking it to that, like, it's crazy, like, coming from where we come from, like, a small city, maybe, like, 80,000 people, like, you're headlining your own show in Los Angeles, California, on Melrose at that, like, was that something that, like, you seen, like, started it, or, like, early on? Like that's
I didn't see this coming.
Crazy. Like, when you sent me the flyer, I'm like, when you said you had a show out here, I was like, okay, all right, I'm gonna pull up. But then when you sent me the flyer, I'm like, oh shit, it say Melrose. Like, I was like, damn, like, Berto, okay, that's dope. Like, that's hard.
Yeah, when I first came out and engaged the gallery, I came out here in October for me and the gallery owner to sit back and talk about like kind of my direction, what I do as far as the art, what's the message I'm trying to push. Me driving up to the place and seeing like Hollywood Boulevard and seeing like the Hollywood sign in the background was like surreal for me. So I'm like, damn, I'm really from Racine. Like, my mom, still stay on the south side, and I'm on the north. So it's like, it's just a crazy aspect of like a full circle. Like, like we really turning this into something.
Yeah.
And I didn't see it coming at all. But we're here, and we're going to make the best of it. What I did see coming is elevation.
Right.
I just didn't know where the ceiling was. And at this point, I'm learning in life, there really is no ceiling. We really don't have anything that's holding us back except for ourselves.
Right.
And with me trying to let go of that narrative that things can hold me back, it's helping me to excel. So that's another big message for anybody out there. Like, you can make anything happen in this world. And don't let the inner self-talk take away from the value of the power that you got.
Right. Yeah, for sure. Definitely. So, like, tell me about your transition coming from, like, a small town city like Racine, Wisconsin, going to Phoenix, Arizona. Like, when you first moved, was painting, was that what you were doing at the time?
No,
or
I was
like
actually forklifting.
Forklifting, so
Yeah,
you were working in, like, a factory.
Yeah, I was a third shift forklift supervisor. Anybody from Wisconsin, as a guy, your best option, especially if you minority, is a factory job. Whether it's CNC work, whether it's forklifting, whether it's working on the line, that's kind of the bread and butter there. Until 2020, and now we see a lot of people doing box truck driving and everything else.
Right.
But the bread and butter of Wisconsin, especially for a minority, again, is factory work. So that's what I was doing at the time. I came out to Arizona. I didn't know anybody. I literally came out there with $3,000 and my clothes in the car. I had a 1989 Crown Vic. It was flaked up though. I had the candy paint on it. It was a blue with a quarter rag on it.
All right.
And sold my rims just to make everything work. And I came out there with a vision. I had seen better for myself.
All right.
I had just got out of prison in 2014. I moved there in 2016.
Okay.
And the dynamic of Wisconsin, especially Racine, Google Racine, Wisconsin. 2019, we was ranked the third worst city in America for African American to stay.
All right.
And I mean, there's cities everywhere in America, and the third worst. Third worst for African Americans.
Yeah, and that's crazy. And that was the time that you actually just was like, "Hey, it's time to go.
Yeah,
I gotta go."
We got two options there, and we know that.
Right.
We got two options there.
Yeah.
You either gonna keep going back and forth to prison,
Right.
or you're gonna get killed.
Facts.
And I got two daughters. I couldn't see that continuing for myself.
All right.
The world bigger than that.
Yeah,
And
for sure.
getting out to Arizona, just trying to figure it out. I transitioned from forklifting, went into doing call center work.
Okay.
Because Arizona's a big call center kind of mecca because they don't have like any natural disasters. So
yeah, that's like a really common job, especially out here as well. Because that was like one of the first jobs that I was actually about to go on, but I was like, nah, I don't want to do that.
Yeah,
So,
but it helped me because it showed me to interact with people.
Okay.
Because like I was so keen from being in a small city. Most of the time you in your neighborhood, you just around those. Just to interact with people, learning how to network, learning how to speak. And in life, I've learned skills can be transferable. I went and started as drug selling, went to call centers selling, but just legal now.
Right.
And it just, everything is transferable skills. And I'm just taking the skills that I'm learning in life and just implementing them. And now with, doing the entrepreneur work, every skill that I've learned from the streets to corporate America, I'm just taking for myself now on my own and just implementing them.
Right.
And it's working. It's working so far. Yeah.
Clearly, for sure. Hey,
It's
you
working.
grind. Hey, like you said, if you could, like they always say, if you could sell drugs, you can run a business. You know what I'm saying? So like, hey, it goes hand in hand. You have customer service. You obviously,
Retention work.
money management, so all those come in play. I know I spoke with you a little bit before, and you were telling me that you had your fair run in the dog breeding game. Like, tell me about it.
To everybody that's doing the dog business, I salute y'all. I did have a quick little run within the Frenchie world. I still got two Frenchies. One from the breeding and then my original girl. But it was tough for me, because like I still got art shows. I still at the time was working. And I was still doing school. You know, I just graduated last year in a Bachelor of Science of Business.
Oh, yeah, that's dope. Congratulations on that.
Thank you.
That's big.
But with the dogs being born, I lost 3 pups within like the first 2 weeks through aspiration. So they were getting milk in their lungs and everything and passing. And it was tough because she has 7 pups as a Frenchie. And, you know, I ended up still saving 4. Got 3 off and I kept 1. But it was strenuous for me. It was a lot on me. So again, anybody that's doing breeding and you winning in it, I salute you.
Right.
Just not for me. It's just not for me.
It's not for everybody.
Like, man, that's a tough game, man. And a lot of people don't understand. Like, I didn't even understand it. Like, I just saw the money there.
Right.
And I was like, let me see what I can do with this. And, yeah, salute. That's all I can say on that, man.
So now you just said, fuck it, you just like a...
I just got my 2 dogs. Yeah. I just be a
You
dad.
got your little babies.
Yeah, I know how to go to like, you know, Petco and get the food and take them to their vet appointments and everything. But as far as being up super late at night, you know, you got to feed them every 2 hours.
Right.
Making sure you clean out the nose, you know, putting them into the incubators, you know, for the runs that's got to still stay warm.
Yeah.
While still trying to do art, while still having to get up for work in the morning, while still taking care of reading these books because I got, you know, an assignment for school. Like, it was a lot.
Man, I can only imagine. That's crazy. I was actually thinking about breeding dogs, but I'm sitting here watching you tell me and break everything down to me, and it's like, all right, I think I might just stay.
No, I mean, if you have the time for it,
like,
if you have the time
I definitely
for it,
don't. I don't. I barely have the time for my little baby as it is. You know, like, so that's what, like, just caring for him on a daily is just a lot.
Yeah, because
like,
you don't want to get
kid.
to a point of yeah, exactly.
Especially being in like these different climates. Like, I'm pretty sure Arizona was crazier because, you know, their snout they can barely breathe. But out here in California, she barely want to go outside because her paws too hot.
Yep.
And she
exactly.
You know, so it's like, man.
Catering to the mom, making sure she got the right vitamins and everything for her. Finding out, I even found out, like, during the pregnancy that my girl was anemic. So I had to give her medication and her dog food for her being anemic. And, like, it can be a tough battle. I've seen it work. We've seen a lot of people be successful in the dog business. But you either got to have a team for that or you got to be fully dedicated. You got to give 110% because I'm big on not using just the dog for monetary.
Right.
Like, it's also a companion. So don't overwork your dogs. And if you're not ready for it, don't even line your dog up for that, you know? Yeah. Other than that, I tried it, rated it, hated it.
hey, for sure. We go pivot a little bit, man.
Cool.
So everybody already know Berto is the ladies' man.
Love that.
So, was you like you was like searching for love or something early this year? Like,
what
was going on, man? You had like a little Valentine's Day special or something going on. What was going on, man?
I popped up on a dating show. Yeah. And, you know, you get older in life and you're just trying to figure everything out. The world is busy. And sometimes you don't have the time to really, like, go to the areas, whether it's a dating website or going to the bars to try to figure it out. So I got the opportunity to pop up on the show, and I'm like, let me try it out and see how it's going to play out for me. And they ate my ass alive. They ate me alive, man.
Hey, man, it was just shocking, though, because, like, knowing your personality, I'm like, is this shit scripted?
Nah.
Like, I'm like, he just so laid back. He like, okay. Next.
And that's how I am, though. Like, I'm not for everybody. It's 8 billion people in the world.
Facts.
You know? And if you're finding a mate, you only got to find one in the 8 billion.
Right.
That's the Powerball.
Right.
And everybody don't win it.
Yeah.
You know? So, if you don't like it, you just didn't win the Powerball, baby.
Right.
You just didn't win the Powerball. But for the one that do find it, she hit the Powerball, and we finna take this shit somewhere.
All right. So I know I seen like a small little snippet of it, like, but Like, did you find anybody there that you was interested in or that you was like, you like?
I didn't. On the show, I didn't. There was one girl at the end of the rest popping a balloon. That was like, I think it would be a match, but I didn't feel that we had that connection within that time frame. Because it's really kind of like speed dating. And, you coming out and you hearing balloons pop. You like, what's going on? Like, you thought you done put on your best fit.
You like...
I ain't even got to say my name. Like, how a balloon get popped? What happened? Yeah, shouts out to, Pop the Balloon and Fall in Love. Like, it really was a great show. If y'all haven't checked it out, check it out on YouTube, Pop the Balloon and Fall in Love. They've had reviews with Kai, Metro. Like, you've had a lot of people that have spoken in regards to the show.
So it's like a big thing. Like, I thought that was just like, you know how they do like the 20 girls versus one guy.
No.
Like, I thought it was that type of thing.
The show that I was on, the episode actually, it's at 1.9 million views at this point.
Oh, okay. That's dope.
So it's rocking out on YouTube. A lot of people can check it out if you're on YouTube, if you're on TikTok. It's there. And it was genuine. Like, they gave us alcohol in the green room, let the guys come out. Boom, they popping the balloons on us. People finding matches, people not finding matches. After that, you sit in the crowd with everybody else. And
right.
I don't know, it was just a vibe. And we all still went to the bar after that.
Right.
I was telling a few of them in the bar, like,
yeah, so it was like a chill, it was a chill little vibe. Okay, so like once the cameras went, everybody was kind of like normal.
Yeah, I'm like, why you pop the balloon on me? She like, I don't know, like, I just couldn't feel you out. Like, you still cool, but like, it was just, the cameras was there. They asked me questions, and I'm like, nah, I get that. All right,
everybody got to put on this certain image and persona for the world. Like, oh yeah, why you ain't say this or why you ain't do that?
Yeah.
So that was cool. I like how you kept it. You kept a real player. That was real cool because I definitely
man, you gotta sometimes
would have been like, yo, come on now.
Yeah, you gotta sometimes take your L's. Like, everybody back home and they know, like, since a kid, I'm roast king. Like,
hey, that's all. Come on now.
I go ribbing, roasting, talking shit, however people want to put it.
Try this out.
Hey, these actually is great.
This is these are some drinks that I actually got from a homegirl of mine. Her wine is actually called South Central.
Yeah, South Central. Shouts out to South Central. Shouts out to your homegirl. This red one, I don't know if this is a red blend or what, but this is great.
Yeah, it is nice. That's a rose one right there. Yeah, that's dope. So, like, who is someone that you would like want to work with in like the art industry?
In the art industry, I have one person. We in talks right now. I pulled this one off. It's gonna be crazy. Y'all probably seen a lot of splatter paint that he does on vehicles. He's gonna be doing stuff just recently with Coachella, and I think y'all may know who I'm talking about. So, Artlana.
Artlana?
Yeah.
Okay.
So he originally started off as doing more of painting, faces and things of that sort. I don't know if you've heard of the story of him when he went to Drake's birthday party at one point in time.
Not familiar.
This is after Adonis was born.
Okay.
And he made a painting of Drake and Adonis.
Okay.
Told them at the door, like, yeah, I got a painting for Drake for his birthday. And he wasn't invited in the party. He wasn't supposed to be there. He found a way to still get in. He got the piece to Drake. He's blown up now. He's doing stuff in Dubai. He's doing stuff in Atlanta. He's done stuff for the Super Bowl. He's done Coachella. And, we're in talks right now. So that's probably the biggest currently. Okay. Outside of him is Alec Monopoly.
Okay.
Alec Monopoly is probably the other living. Outside of living, Picasso. Doing stuff with Picasso or Basquiat for sure. Like, me and him doing a collab would have been crazy. Andy Warhol.
All right.
But the two living is Alec Monopoly and Artlana.
Okay. Yeah, that's dope. That's hard. So, are you like? Is that something? Is that a a way that you're gonna start, like, or you're interested in doing things like pulling up to places that you're not necessarily invited to and saying, "Hey, I got a paint for someone"?
Yeah. I just attempted recently during the Ye concert because he had the Vultures listening party in Arizona. I got everything to the green room.
Okay.
However, the piece never made it to Ye. Wow. I don't know how that worked on the back end. I was still enjoying the concert.
All right.
I still got the piece back, and it's going to be at the show tonight. Okay. I did a rendition of Twisted Dark Fantasy, my Twisted Dark Fantasy. Mm-hmm. And I know that he reached out to an artist to make the album cover work at the time. Okay. And he had 7 different renditions of the cover. The one he wanted to make, the main cover, was a little too exclip, so they ended up like pixeling it. Okay. So if you ever see the Twisted Dark Fantasy cover with the pixels, the original painting is a guy laid back, or like kind of a gremlin with this phoenix angel kind of over him, and he's drinking, he's just kicking it. Okay. And I did a rendition of that of a guy and a lady outside of like a porn store. Like they go into like a little sex store. Okay. And they don't even make it in the store, you know, they don't even make it in the store. They like, all right. And you know, he got the devil horns, but he also got the halo over him because like that's all of us, you know, we got our good moments and we got our bad moments. For sure. But we enjoying this moment, right. You know, so that's what I wanted to do as far as the rendition of the piece. Yay. I got a piece for you, buddy. Let me know. I got a piece for you.
Somebody tucked it. Because your work is hard, bro. So I know somebody for sure got it and they tucked it. They like, hey, we could probably get it to him, but I got this. You know what I'm saying? They ain't said that, but somebody out there got it and I'm pretty sure admire your artwork. You know what I'm saying?
We're going to make it work, though.
yeah, for sure.
Man, we're going to make it work.
That's dope. Like, so what would you say, like, we gonna spice it a little bit, like cool. I
like spicy.
Yeah, for sure. Like, so who would you say like is your celebrity crush?
I got 3.
3?
I got 3. We just had to talk about this earlier today. I got 3.
Hey, so talk to me now.
Number 1, Sade.
Okay.
Giving me the sweetest taboo, and that's why I'm still in love with you, Sade. Man, what? Man. Okay. She don't age, timeless. Second would be Laura London. Okay. Just
everyone's favorite.
Just because, you know, the chain snatched off on ATL and give it back, you know, like
she definitely stood on that. Yeah, that was her scene for sure.
And then just her in real life, the way she's held down Nip after the fact and during is just admirable. And then the third will be Karrueche. Inked Up Word.
Stay away from Karrueche, man. It's a battle about Karrueche right now.
If you ain't nasty, don't
you gonna jump into that? You gonna jump into that?
Man, if she pull up right now, she be on this lap. We'll be right here doing this interview like Karrueche. Answer this one for baby. You know this one. You know this answer better than me. Answer for me. Like what?
Karrueche right now. What you gonna say to her? She right there.
Pull up, baby. Stop playing with me. Like, you already know what's going on, man. Stop playing with me. Like, is you crazy?
Man.
Is you dumb?
Hey, are you dumb? Facts.
Hey, but, yeah, and then the runner-up will be Maya.
Maya?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Timeless, like, from...
So what you give me, like, 4? Yeah. You said you went for... Nah, I said
3.
1. You said 3.
I got 3, and I said I had a runner-up. Shit. I think everybody can kind of tell where my head be at with them 4. You can kind of gauge, you know, what I be, what my eyes be lurking for.
Yeah, for sure. We know it all adds up. It all adds up, man.
The culture.
Yeah.
The culture.
Yeah. It's definitely that. I was gonna say, man, like I always tell my people and I always ask, like, in and out, what would be your notorious truth?
My notorious truth is be yourself. Be yourself. Win, lose, or draw. In this world, every kid had an idol. But at this point, I think the biggest idol that everybody needs is themselves. I think if everybody gets more in tune with who they are and who they want to be, a lot of BS to stop, you know. Because a lot of people don't want to do.
All right.
Everybody really ain't no serial killer as much as we have black on black crime and police brutality or Gaza or the stuff that's going on in Haiti.
All right.
You know, everybody ain't really like that, but they seeing somebody else they want to emulate.
All right.
As long as we continue to just be our best self for ourselves, day in and day out, I think that it can level everything out, you know. Don't hide your truth because that's true to you. You're going to have to have that with you. You're only born with one skin.
Right.
And you're going to die with that same skin.
Facts.
Get comfortable in it.
Facts.
Get comfortable in it. You can't be in that other person's skin. You can look at that other person's skin as much as you want. You want to emulate it as much as you want. But every time you go home and you look in the mirror, you still got that same skin. Mm-hmm. Get comfortable.
Be true to yourself.
Yeah. And that's
always
the Notorious truth.
Facts. Hey, and that's it. I need y'all to like, share, subscribe. Do you have anywhere they can find you at?
Yeah, at Alberto _Devon on IG.
We're going to make sure we put that right below him.
Yeah, and at Appealing Art Studio. I'm opening up a gallery May 9th out there in Arizona. It's not just going to be showcasing my work. What I want to get to now is doing artist development. Mm-hmm. You know, after doing pieces for so long, I can only talk about so much.
All right.
But you're only as strong as the people you're around. And I want to build an army of creatives into Arizona and then expanding from there. All right. We got Appealing Art Academies coming up soon where there'll be nonprofits for kids and, you know, underprivileged areas. Okay. To continue to build the art for the younger. We got the ones for the older, and we're just going to keep continuing to grow.
Hey, that's the biggest blessing of all. Keep evolving. Like y'all said, follow my boy Berto. I appreciate you for coming through, my boy. And I can't wait to see the show tonight, man. We're going to pop out. I'm going to do some vlogs there, man. Hey, it's about to be one for sure. We're going to rock out, my boy. Saucy. I appreciate you. All right. We out.